Hello Pisces, and welcome back to your reading for a new moon in Libra. And not only is it a new moon, it's a new moon eclipse. So yeah, first of all, I have to say that I know Libra is about balance, but Libra is not my favorite sign. Because although that's what that sign represents, I've rarely met a Libra that's really air signs are complicated with me. I've not had the best relationships with Libras, I think. My mom, my adoptive mom was Libra, my last coworker was a Libra, and I don't know. I find that they change faces with the people that they're with. Anyway, that's been my experience. And it's all in the name of keeping the peace, but the peace in their lives. So the way that I see that is sometimes very selfish. So it's, you know, they don't take into account, they think, oh, it's just keeping the peace. But as we have been discovering, there needs to be balance, right? I'm thinking to myself, a balanced Libra would have to weigh in the contrast of everything and not just do it for peace's sake. It's not, to me, Libra is like the justice card where you would keep 2 apples in one, or 2 bananas in one scale and 2 bananas in the other and say it's fair. But then you would try to feed those things to an elephant and a mouse, and in that case, it's really not fair, right? So, but that's my personal experience. And like I said, to Libra, it looks good, but is it? Okay, so that's my personal experience. And if you have a Libra in your life, you know, I'm sure it's not to diss any of them. It's just been my personal experience. I've seen a lot of it happening, right? And a lot of the times, like I said, I feel like they do it for their own sake. Like they do it, they think that they're doing it for the good of everybody, but really it's just to keep the peace in their own lives, you know, like, so it affects the people around them. They just either refuse to see it, or they put their heads under the sand, or I have no idea. I'm not a Libra. I've just dealt with some. Okay, so what does it mean? And to no surprise of my own, to no surprise, when I went into the Moonology, which, by the way, the diary for 2024 is now out. I'm going to order it, and I'll put the link somewhere below for you guys for the next year, because we have this much left, and it's done for the year. It says, all new moon eclipses pack a powerful punch. And the keywords are power struggles, more detoxing, relationship reset, and luck and love. So it's no surprise for me where I see this, okay? As explained earlier, they are like a sliding door that we can walk through to another way of being. Back in the olden days, people feared eclipses because they took everyone by surprise. No one knew why the sky went dark. But today we know that they're caused by a total eclipse of the sun. Ooh, Bonnie Tyler, 1980s. Okay, so when I was first learning astrology, I had a very serious eclipse on my sun while Saturn went over my Venus. Painful. If you don't know much about astrology and all this sounds very complicated, please don't worry about it. And I would say that too, because I'm not a guru and I don't know where all of my things are at all times. I know I did the chart a long time ago, but I don't stay stuck on that because I feel it would affect my readings as well. So I don't really, I know that my Capricorn my moon is Capricorn, and my sun sign is Pisces, and that's, for me, that's enough for now. Okay, so, but if you want to, there are places that will do it. You just have to put in all your deets, and they'll give you where you are at what time, and where everything is for you, right? Your first house is in this, all your houses, okay? All you need to know is that what happened at the eclipse was quite painful, and she's talking about herself, but led to the happiest days of my life. That's how eclipses are a lot of the time. In my case, I broke out of a terribly toxic relationship, and very soon afterwards met my beloved husband. Had I stayed in that relationship, none of that would have happened, okay? So it says, Not every eclipse will hit you as strongly as that one hit me, but be open to changing your life now as we move towards the moon eclipse in the sign of Libra, which is all about relationships, okay? I'm reading more about this one because I like the exercises that she has. She says, it's time to drop your future as we experience the new moon eclipse. Grab some paper and colored pens or pencils and draw large knots and crosses grid. In each square of the grid, write words such as love, money, travel, family, work, fun, spirituality, friends, and so on. Now imagine what you want in each of these parts of your life. Picture it in your mind's eye, and then even if you do laughable stick figures, draw in what you want for yourself in that part of your life. This is my preferred method for this exercise, but you could also rip pictures out of magazines or downloads from the internet, downloaded image from the internet to show your desire of what you prefer. It's like a vision board, right? It's a vision board. So, Pisces, we're going to pull some cards here to see. I decided to keep the little Prince deck for this. And I'm going to take my Enchanted Dream deck. Right away before I start, thank you so much for being here. Love was upside down. This is so funny. This was upside down. Let's turn it right side up, first of all. And the right ways forward, okay? So that it, there. Do you see it now? Now you can see it. It's not being hidden. It's not being taken away. That's kind of funny. I don't even know why that's there. But anyway, it showed up and it's here. I probably moved it and, yeah. And it looks like coincidence, but it's not. All right. So, what was I going to say? Yes, I feel that everything that you've been working on and keeping yourself in joy and authenticity and moving forward in your own joy has been part of the reason that you're doing it, is that when you hit this new moon eclipse in Libra, you're going to have it all together, okay? So, because a lot of this feels like Tower moment, Three of Swords, and I just realized I saw that in the readings like yesterday and stuff. So it's almost like they're trying to warn you that the energies, yeah, the energies are really going to be playing on whatever you haven't dealt with so far. Okay. I love my gourds. Look at this. Okay. You have the King of Wands. Yeah. He is in total control of the situation. So I feel that this moon, regardless of what it says in that book, which is kind of strange for me to say this, you're gonna rock this new moon, this eclipse. And by the way, it's coming in the 14th and the 15th, depending where you are. In London, the 14th. Sydney, the 15th. LA, the 14th. New York, the 14th. So, whatever time zone that matches those, that's where you're going to be bringing that in. Okay? Yeah. King of Wands. For sure, I feel that King of Wands there. Absolutely. I feel that you're going to be probably more in control than you've ever been. You're going to know what you want already. You're going to know already what you're ready to let go of. So they're talking about relationships. Maybe it's just going to come to light to you what feels right and what doesn't. Okay? You're going to be personally balanced. That even if the Justice card, where, you know, I was talking about bananas and elephants and stuff, you're already going to see the unevenness of that, and you're going to think, yeah, no, that's not for me. But I've already come up to that conclusion beforehand, so I'm not going to step into what everybody else is stepping into, where they're going, I need a restart. You've already done that. You've already restarted. Look at that. King of Swords. Just to prove my point, Pisces, you got the two kings. And the King of Swords is the one who's detached from it. Okay? So, and it could also be the sign of Libra, right? Your fire sign will null out this, I don't know, this lack of For me, air signs, sometimes, especially with the King of Swords, he's less of the emotional kind. So in this case, I think they're going to complement each other. Where this one falls short, this one's going to be, I don't know, he's going to shine bright. Because he's very charismatic. He's very attractive, right? He's, if you take them, he's got the mojo going on, right? This one is more of a thinker. He's more of a detached. So, but they're both very powerful. They have intense power. Okay? So, yeah. Yeah, I like that. Even the fox here, for me, is a sign of trickery. In this, I know it's the little prince, but in this, it's a sign of, you know, tricking you. Like I was talking about that balance that supposedly resides, you know, that makes everything look perfect or good. There's not going to be any of it because you've already shed the skin with the snake here. You've already shed the skin. Okay. So, yeah, I can tell already that this is going to be an interesting read just by the way I feel. I feel like there's a battle, but this battle is not going to be with you. It's going to be with the energy that comes in, or the world, how they perceive this energy. Okay? I feel more a sense that people are going to be battling themselves to find their balance. I don't feel that's going to be you. I feel that as external. So Pisces, consider yourself happy and lucky if you're here and listening to this reading and thinking, yay, I'm good, this is what I want. If you have been really zoning into everything that I've been talking about in the last couple of weeks, in other words, you know, all the changes that I've been talking about, you've been really resonating with, this eclipse, it's going to help you. They're showing me this as the Eight of Cups. You know, the eclipse on the Eight of Cups. When somebody's moving on, you've already done that. You're already there. You have, for some of you, I'm just saying there's not going to be anything to move on from because the work will already have been done. You're already on your way. So the vision board is a good idea if you want one of what you want now, because yeah. And you don't have to wait to do it. You can do it, like, you know, right away. And I'm doing this now in this new moon in Libra. It comes in on the 14th. So I would say that this week, and I probably, you know, I have another reading that I'm going to do later on today. This new moon probably has the readings for the next week is going to get you in preparation. Page of Cups. This is your card. This is you. This is who you are. Okay? It's going to get you in preparation to, I don't know, continue on your journey. I hate to say it because I don't want the world to suffer, but you have one up here, Pisces, I'm feeling. I feel you have one up. I feel you're ahead of the race. Whatever that means, okay? You're ahead of the game. You already know where you're going. You already know what you're going to be doing. This is fabulous. Two of Wands, yeah. You've already been contemplating. You have the Two of Wands. Now, you're not struggling. You're contemplating. You're going, what am I going to do with this? Where am I going to go with all of this? You know? Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful and it's meaningful. I just realized too that I have to get the new Moonology deck, you guys. I am so far behind. I have to buy her stuff. I haven't been doing a lot of buying in the last couple of months because I did such a big purchase from Hay House a little while back when they had a special going on. Yes, this girl goes for specials too. So, let me see. I want the Astro codes. I haven't used them in a while. So, let's see here if I can pull that deck out. Oh, I'm pulling all my gourds out too. Let's pull this one over here somewhere. All right. Let's see. Okay, so this is the Star Codes Astro is what it's called. I like this deck. Oh, I did see Libra go flying by there, so. Root, Imam Coeli, I have no idea what that is, and Capricorn, Achieve. Okay, so achieve, that word really resonates with me. The 10, Wheel of Fortune coming in. 38 is, it brings in 11. Let me see, this is beautiful. Root. So this is cardinal points, I believe. You have ascendant, descendant, and then it's root. Imagine your spine extends down into the earth like a taproot, the strong central root under a tree, through the earth to a point on the sun's path below. Latin for bottom of the sky. The Imam Coeli, bottom of the sky. I gotta remember that. That's really cool. Coeli? Imam Coeli. The bottom of the sky. Nice. Points to the memories and experience that fed your first roots, your early home life, your family traditions, and your biological and emotional heritage. Look to the roots. Think about what makes you feel at home and secure, what creates sanctuary for you. Right. So now they're asking you to look for sanctuary in a time where, like I said, some people are trying to find balance. They're asking you to look at your roots, not at the things that make you unhappy, at the things that have brought you strength. Okay? Investigate the foundations and become conscious of the traditions and assumptions that underlie this situation. Lean into habits that help you feel secure and grounded. Yeah, this makes sense to me because Libra is an air sign, so it's all about up there, flying around, right, like birds. And right now, some people may be up in the air, you know, about everything. With the darkness, with the eclipse coming in, it may feel like they have no direction. And they're trying to let you know that you need to lean into your directions, right? So it says whatever traditions help you feel safe and strong. And as if you grew up in chaos, you may crave the opposite. So create your own quiet sanctuary. If you grew up around arguments, arguing with people at home may seem normal to you, but that may not be the case for your housemates, so you may need to learn to present your points in more transformative, less combative ways. The IC, which is Imam Coeli, also speaks of deeper roots, the spiritual, religious, philosophical underpinnings of your early life. Just as a fish doesn't notice the water it swims in, it can be hard to see the spiritual assumptions you swam within as a child. These philosophical underpinnings could give you a deep connection to spirit, leave you feeling restricted or judged. Okay, so whether they imbued you with unconscious habits or were that from which you rebelled, until you examine those roots, they will define your foundational paradigm. Okay, so be careful of these. Okay, so if you have some negatives, such as I did, make sure that you are focusing again on what you have replaced them with. Okay, the don'ts that have helped you realize the do's, okay, and hold on to that, whatever makes you feel secure, safe, and happy. That's not a surprise, but I love that because I feel I've learned something new. The bottom of the sky. Love this. Okay, so Capricorn, Achieve. This is to dive deep into the sea of collective consciousness to find a worthy dream and then work on it and walk it to the mountaintops. Love it. So that's what I feel. I feel that hang on and work on something that you've already been doing. This is what I feel is already saying, that we already talked about here. Okay? Hang on because you're already working on something. And the rooted, this is an earth sign, Capricorn. This is a rooted sign. It's saying to lean hard on the grounding on the earth sign for this, especially because this Libra new moon eclipse is going to be very, very strong. Okay, it's going to feel a little nuts. I don't, honestly, Pisces, I don't know how much more nuts some of the world can get, but you know, let's not ask. Maybe I shouldn't ask, because I'm probably going to sit here and go, well, I asked. Even where I'm from, to tell you the truth, I thought that my my country was more of a, you know, like laid back, and you know, and we're, yeah, the people who are, you know, putting out in social media right now are just, yeah, it's no comment. No comment. Yeah, no comment. I feel like Murtaugh. Lethal Weapon. I'm getting too old for this shit. Oh my god. Can we just all get along? But whatever. This isn't a place for this. This is a place for you. It's a place for me. It's a sanctuary. We got to keep working on ourselves, because the more of us who go down this path of searching deeper, of looking deeper, maybe we can get all, we can mute a lot of that surface stuff, and the surface stuff meaning the stuff that gets propagated all over, like, you know, a bad spore. And the rest of us can just realize that that isn't most people, that most people are just trying to find happiness, peace, and resolution and direction in their lives, right? So let's do that. Let's do that. So I'm taking the Tarot of Oneness, which is kind of now that I think about it, it's kind of cool. All right, the Emperor and the World. Oh, look at this. Look at these changes. So yeah, the Emperor again. I know that the Emperor is yeah, it's an Aries, right? It's Aries. It's not Capricorn. The horns always screw me up, Pisces, I tell you. But I know that they always tell me, because I always go, oh, he's sitting on that, you know, that seated, that big rock. I always think of grounded. But he's definitely an Aries sign, okay? Let me see. I have to check. I always check this, Pisces. I always check this. I always check this, and then I always know that is the Emperor in Aries. Yes. 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 All rise for the Emperor, the tarot card of Aries. Yes, he's a natural leader, just like our beautiful sign here. I should know. He's fire, he's fire. They're both fire. I don't know why I keep, but in my mind, I keep, every time I see it, I always want to put him as a grounded sign. To me, it doesn't make any sense, because I feel like I should just, this is my father's card. I should just know. My father was an air sign, but he felt like he was going to explode all the time. He was somebody who had no patience. And this is my card from my father. I should know that this is fire. All right. So, Pisces, next time I come to this point in a reading, shout from the other side of the screen, yes, Jane, you know it's fire. You keep reminding us it's fire. It is fire. So, Aries definitely in the Emperor sign, and you have the World card coming in here. So, right here, you see this beautiful transformation? This is you. This is you. This is so beautiful. Look at you. They say when you're releasing, what are you releasing? You're releasing your transformation to take place. You're going to culminate into something. So this moon is going to be very beneficial for you, Pisces, okay? Yes, it's going to be very beneficial for you. The Ankh, it's talking about, you know, that everlasting life. You're tapping into something different here than everybody else. Other people will be tapping into their physical world. You're going to be integrating your spiritual world to your physical world. And you've already started discarding. Probably some of you all year round have been working on just making things right. This isn't right in my life. It needs to change, transform, or be gone. Okay? There's been that constancy going on. I just saw the Judgment card. So, like everybody else, if people have been avoiding this stuff, they're going to be accountable for it. If they've been dealing with it, then you move on forward. It's not that big of a deal. You're already going in that direction. One more. Woo! 7 of Pentacles. Keep doing that 7-year Pisces. Okay? You've been doing 7. If you've been with me, you've been doing 7 all year. And what has it been doing? Assessing, planting, growing, seeing what works. You're going to be an excellent gardener, Pisces, especially for your own garden. You're getting to it. You're understanding. Look at all this power sitting around you. I mean, look at all this power sitting around you. You've got the water element, you've got the fire element, you've got the air element, you've got the earth element. You've got everything going for you right here. Okay? This is a balanced sheet of things. This is definitely balanced. And yes, the page, I would say the page is the only, you know, one of the only cups here. But the thing is that page is you. You are a beautiful dreamer. The page represents you in natural form. I always thought that. The beautiful innocence, no matter what your age, being able to see the world as a better place, being able to dream the beautiful dreams, that innocence that comes through. Okay? That's an open heart. It's a beautiful heart. And that represents you completely. It's beautiful. It's innocence and brilliance and attractive, okay? And you got the rest of these power signs coming in to help you out. So if you use this new moon right, it could really, really, at the other side of it, you can really, really start making a real impact, okay? As others will be like completely rebooting or resetting. You've already done the reset, so it will serve to slingshot you in the right direction. So use it, my beautiful Pisces. If you must, if you can, just do that, okay? I'm going to, I know it's been weird, and I was looking stuff up again. I always feel like a novice when I do that, but Spirit's going, no, you're always looking to do it right. You're always looking to learn. You always want to make sure that your brain is right on top of everything. Absolutely. I do. I probably will never change. Even when I start losing brain cells. I'm sending you a lot of love, light, and blessings, my beautiful Pisces. And I will come back and do our weekly read. Let's see how interesting that can get. I hope to see you later. Take care. Bye for now.